Evacuation orders are multiplying across Florida as local officials try to get the most vulnerable populations to move to safety ahead of Hurricane Irma. The storm has triggered near panic in a region of more than 6 million people. Irma could be the strongest hurricane to hit southern Florida since Andrew in August 1992, which caused widespread damage across south of Miami. Thousands of tourists were evacuated from low-lying areas of the coast of Cuba in anticipation of Hurricane Irma. Forecasters say it could cause 20-foot storm surges along with packing 282 km/h winds. Buses loaded with tourists began streaming out of offshore Keys. French President Emmanuel Macron on Thursday called on European Union members to create a new, more improved Europe. Macron called on members of the European Union to reboot the 60-year-old bloc with sweeping political reforms or risk a low disintegration. U.S. Education Secretary Betsy DeVos announced plans to change the way colleges and universities handle allegations of sexual violence on campus. She said Obama administration rules established in 2011 to guide schools as they investigate and resolve complaints of assault have failed to protect students and done a disservice to everyone involved. Her comments signal the possibility of a major shift in the way colleges enforce Title IX, the federal law that prohibits discrimination based on sex in education.
DeVos has given us every indication that her goal is not equality, but to tilt these investigations against survivors and go back to systems that prevented survivors from coming forward in the first place. Title IX is essential for educational access and educational equity, and if this administration turns their back on the law, then we're returning to days when schools swept sexual violence under the rug and young women simply didn't have equal access to education.
Hurricane Irma could be seen spinning over the Dominican Republic and Haiti in time-lapse video released by NASA. One of the images captured Irma and Hurricane Jose in the same path. Florida braced for the onslaught, with forecasters warning Irma could slam headlong into the Miami metropolitan area of 6 million people, punish the entire length of the state's Atlantic coast, and move into Georgia and South Carolina. Boat after boat of Rohingya refugees can be seen at the Bangladeshi bordering village of Shamlapur as they attempt to escape the violence which has erupted in their home country of Myanmar. The refugees take the arduous journey, which can range between 12 to 24 long hours, to save themselves from violence and chaos. With scarce food and water on the boats, many can barely walk after they arrive. 2 military aircraft were loaded on Thursday in Netherlands before flying to the island of Curacao, from where they will fly onward to Saint Martin to deliver 5 days' worth of food and water for the 40,000 population. The aircraft are also bringing 100 more troops to deliver aid, repair infrastructure, and restore order. The U.S. Senate has passed a $15 billion aid package for victims of Harvey, nearly doubling President Donald Trump's emergency request. This has added a deal between Trump and Democrats to increase America's borrowing authority and fund the government into December. U.S. President Donald Trump praised Kuwait's role in battling the Islamic State militant group. Trump had earlier welcomed the leader of Kuwait, Sheikh Sabah Al Ahmed Al Sabah, to the White House for an Oval Office meeting.